I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls.
We're back with another Top 5 Wednesday. As always, it's started by Gingery's Lady. We'll leave her channel and the Goodreads group down below because it's a lot of fun doing these every week. But saying that, this week we couldn't think of 5 each, and that is a topic with top 5 books that feature time travel, and we haven't really read any time travel books, so we're doing a joint one this month, but we've got 5 really good ones, I think.
Coming in at number 5 is Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut. This is about World War II, I want to say. And I think it's just about him, and it's very crazy. All that I remember is that the narrative structure is very loose, and it kind of jumps from time to time and just tells of how he goes, I think crazy, but PTSD, not crazy. It's a lot about that, and I read it a couple of years ago, I can't remember, but I remember it really good, and it's probably one of my favourite classics, even though I don't really remember what happens. And I want to reread this book, but it's got really good themes of time travel in, so you should go check it out.
And number 4 choice is Jonathan Livingston's Seagull by someone we can't remember. This book's crazy. It's not like directly time travel, but it's a seagull who is like a Christ figure, and he kind of goes to like heaven, but then I'm pretty sure he goes like back in time to help other seagulls to fly better. It's really weird, but it's also really short, so it's definitely worth reading because it's entertaining. If anything, it's definitely fun, and it's just bizarre, but it's so quick and short that it's definitely worth it. And yeah, there's a little bit of time travel in it, as well as like dimension travel, because he can just like appear and like teleports. It's just funny because there's pictures of seagulls all the way through, so you get a deeper meaning that it's just like bird, and then it just feels ridiculous.
And number 3 is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, because obviously they have a time turner and they go back and say Buckbeak, and then it turns out it's just a pumpkin, and it's all exciting. That is generally the plot. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, like it was a pumpkin
All along.
Yeah, I really like this book. I haven't read it for ages, but I love the film. I love the time travel aspect, because I love the bit where they go back, and it really confused me when I was a kid. Like now I'm just like, they travel back like twice, and not even that. And then it's all like, because it was him, not his dad. He thought it was his dad. Like, psych, no, your dad's dead, it's you. That really is funny. It's not as funny as I'm making it out to be at all. It's quite a sad book. It gets your soul sucked out, but luckily pumpkin.
Number 2 is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, along with the sequel Hollow City, which I do actually prefer, and it's got more like obvious time travel in it, but obviously if you haven't read this series, start with the first one. It's such a stupid thing to say. But this book has like, I just didn't even realise it was time travel, really. I forgot, and then I was like, oh, of course it is, because they go through the loops and they go back to different time periods, and if they're away from their certain loop, then they start to like die, and it's really good. The main character goes back in time to a time I can't remember. It's like war though, like a bomb's gonna hit them, and then they like reverse the loop so the bomb doesn't kill them all. I might be spoiling this book. I can't remember how important of a detail that is. But this book is really, really good. It's got really good time travel, but in a very unique way. It's not like a sci-fi kind of vibe. It's quite a weird genre, quite fantasy. But yeah, this book is really, really good. And Hollow City, I like the time travel even more, so definitely go check it out.
And our number 1 book, which has time travel in, is The Next Together by Lauren James. We interviewed Lauren James about this book, and it was really good, to go check that out down below. This book is all about time travel. It's got 3 time periods, and the same people are just in it. It's all about Catherine and Matthew and how they are just meant to be together throughout the time periods, and there's one set in like Crimea and one in like Scotland, and oh, it's so good. The time in it is just, you think it's gonna like not ruin the book, but it's gonna detract from it because it's not that big, and with all these time travels going on, you think that you won't be able to get into the characters in each time period, but you get to know them so well, and the same person in each one, like in this different kind of way, and it's so good. If you like time travel, you should read this, because it's got like a time traveller's wife feel to it if you've watched the film. But yeah, we really enjoyed this.
So that's it for this week's Top 5 Wednesday. We really hope that you enjoyed our recommendations for time travel books, and let us know down below some really good recommendations, because I love like Doctor Who and stuff. Time travel is a really good thing to read about, and I like it when it's not like really specifically sci-fi. So if you got some recommendations for us, put them in the comments, because that'd be great.
We'll see you on the next Top 5 Wednesday. Bye!
Thank God for the pumpkin. Check it out, check it out. Whoa.